Welcome to another episode of Official Nigeria FPL. Yes, I have the guys in the house, Salvy FC.
Prof, Oskie.
StickdatboiFC.
Yes. And we also have on the line one of the winners of the Gameweek 16. We're in 16 or 15? 15. Yeah, one of the winners of Gameweek 15. I think he came third. Bolarex FC. Oh, he came second.
Oh, don't insult his position. But Bolarex, tell him not to insult your position. Second and not third.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the second with 97 points.
97 points in such a stingy week.
Game week.
Why couldn't you make 3 more points?
I didn't get that.
Why couldn't you make 3 more points to make you 100?
See who is talking. What do you get?
Seriously, the most funniest part was I had the intention of triple captain Salah on that day. But I was just like, don't let me gamble it.
Okay.
Wow.
And I think I would have gotten a very much more higher point than that if I had done that.
Yeah, sure, obviously.
Yeah, I'm proud of
But Alex, I want to ask you something. Now, if there was anything in your team, I would say the differential that you had, what was that? For your differential this week that gave you above average scores for more than every other person.
Okay, it was basically the point that I had was the highest was from Salah. Yeah.
Okay.
So Salah gave you Salah and
Salah gave me 30 and Trippier gave me 11, I guess.
12.
What was your Salah motivation?
No?
Why Salah? What was your Salah motivation? Why did you captain him?
You didn't captain him.
Okay, why I actually captain Salah was my first Haaland is still recovering, so I just have to take it off, and we know Salah to always perform when he's playing with big team. Yeah. So I felt like Tottenham is also a top team, so let me just give him.
Be careful without Tottenham being a big team, but continue.
I know. It was actually a nice gamble, so it actually worked for me.
What club do you support?
Yeah?
What club do you support?
Okay, I support Real Madrid. I'm a Real Madrid fan.
Okay. Hala Madrid.
Over England.
In Premier League, what's your favorite team in the Premier League?
Okay, in Premier League, I will pick Man City.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah, used to winning, I can see. So let's go over this last game week real quickly. We started with Spurs already. Spurs and Liverpool.
Yeah.
It looks like Spurs are just, I don't know what's up with Spurs. They didn't look the same that much.
So they met a Liverpool that was inspired from. I think they've been playing the way they've been playing all through the season. Spurs, they Conte way, defend, try to counter and all those things. But Liverpool started the game very brightly. Salah scored early and they had the initiative. So it's not like they played poorly, but they were playing their same game against the better opponents. And Liverpool are not there for plays.
So guess what? There's something that is odd. And it's something that Salvy has used almost all season. That used to be my own trick. Right? Who do you guys think is the second best player in FPL so far?
Second best player? Trippier?
Trippier comes third or fourth, I think. Right? But the second best player in FPL so far after Haaland is actually Kane.
Oh yeah,
Kane. Yeah, it's Kane, of course.
It's actually Kane.
Of course, it's Kane, it's Kane.
So
yeah,
with all Spurs form, Kane will do that one goal for you every game.
Every game week.
Yeah.
So 11 goals now, Premiership. I mean, you always score. It's that good. It's that good. So it's my team permanently.
He's even beating his own records. Though.
Yeah.
But you won't notice because of Haaland.
Yeah, but normally it starts a bit late. It picks up from late in season. But
this season it picked up
started from late August. But
unfortunately, Haaland.
Yeah, Haaland is making it look
ordinary.
child's play. Yeah.
Well, now I remember when we were going over the game week for this week. Last week, and we were talking about Leeds and Bournemouth, and we kind of skimmed over it.
We glossed over it.
We just felt like, what are the points to have? Oh my God!
That was the most exciting game.
4-3. Now, if we look at the game, the team of the week, we had Travanier in the
Travanier.
team. We had, there were points to be had in that game, and we just kind of, Rodrigo.
So I think whenever whatever team Leeds is playing against, right, it'd be okay to have a player from Leeds and a player from that team. Reason being that they have an American coach. He loves basketball score lines. Do you understand? So if you notice, he's not so defensive. Even when he's playing teams that are better than him, he wants to come out and play. And that's the basketball way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it will be. I hope it will not be his undoing at a point, right? Because if he meets very strategic coaches, tactical coaches, he will have a problem.
True.
Well, I mean, he's getting beat by the big teams anyway, so that's expected.
But for what you just said now, so that means you consider or take a good look or put them on what list, Leeds and Bournemouth assets. So you're seeing the billing, you're seeing the
Travanier,
you're seeing
more.
They seem to be picking up those points.
It should be considered, and they're not expensive.
Yeah.
Maybe you can start replacing some other cheaper assets.
I remember when I was talking about Rodrigo. And some people here, I'm not going to point at them. Some
Even
people
though-
here,
Even
Say
though,
Rodrigo was a fluke.
even though,
we said Rodrigo is just is a flash in the pan, And I said, look, this is it was replacing Rafinha. Now, only for me to look at their team. You two had Rodrigo last season. I'm looking at
no, but
what's going on?
So I saw Zaha and I looked around at Leeds at home, Bournemouth. There'll be goals. I knew there'll be goals in that game. So Rodrigo's my best bet. No brainer.
So the last week's game week was unexpected for most of parts of it. Nottingham Forest, Brentford 2-2. I didn't expect that at all.
Yeah.
And that's those kind of teams. Nottingham Forest. Those kind of teams, they're not sure where to put them. Because
You don't have assets that can.
no,
I think
many
the
assets there.
closest asset you can have in Forest probably Nico Williams because
Williams.
it's cheap. And once in a while, he may get assist or clean sheet. But this guy, what's his name? Awoni, sometimes he starts. Lingard is nowhere. He just signed the deal to go and enjoy himself for 1 year.
yeah, he's even gaining weight. Have you noticed he's chubby?
See, when I saw he signed a 1 year deal, and he didn't go for West Ham and Co. I knew he was going there to go and
Let's go and
and
enjoy.
relax. So it's not.
So that brings me to Everton Leicester. That brings me to Everton Leicester. Now that is a game that surprised me. Bolarex, are you there?
Bolarex, are you
Can
there?
you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Everton Leicester. We're just talking about Everton Leicester. Do you have any Leicester assets?
Any Leicester player?
Yes.
Yes, I have Timothy at the back.
You have who? Castagna at the back. And he did
guy
very well.
He's a bonus point magnet. Yeah, he gets bonus points.
Yeah, he gave me.
Yeah.
I think the person that gave me the highest at the defense was Gabriel Losner.
Oh.
Yeah, he too also did another good point.
Goal, clean sheet, and
assist.
points.
Yeah.
Nice.
So the reason I'm mentioning that Everton
Point
Leicester
from
game
Gabriel.
is because it looks as if Leicester is starting to play well. They're starting to play as we expected them to play at the beginning of the season.
I think
Yeah,
that best
yeah,
asset
they're
is
actually starting to pick again.
true.
You're saying?
I think that best asset is still Madison. Last
Sure.
game he didn't score. He had two assists. So the guy is always there. If you do well, Madison plays very well. So if you're going to have any asset from Leicester that is consistent, look at Madison, you look at Castagna, and look at Justin. Justin because it's cheap.
I think you should also look at. Funny enough, the team. So sometimes you have to study when teams are coming on the up, right?
Right.
Leicester is actually on the up right now. I think you should also look at Barnes,
Yeah.
and I think you should look at just if you want one of those players just to add to your
Random
midfield. Look at Tillemans. Tillemans has
Ah,
scored about the
Tillemans, yeah.
same kind of goal about
Constantly.
3 times.
But those kind of
this
goals,
season.
Well, how many times are you going to score?
No, but you guys
Yeah.
agree, right?
He's
Is it
good
how
at,
often
he's
are you
good at
going
what
to
he
score that
does.
What he does,
So
yeah.
he's good at what he does, yeah. But the reason why I didn't want him in an Arsenal shirt is because he's a lazy player.
We will talk. We have to go over thing. So Wolves Brighton, right?
Yeah.
We know about Grout, Grob. We know about Gross. I said Grob.
Gross.
Gross.
The grouse?
I mean, the S is a funny looking S.
What's your grouse to him?
No, we know. See that. So we know about Grouse, we know about Trossard in that team. Those are the guys. But
Sanchez, keeper.
yes, but Lallana has started coming up. He's playing better.
Buy him next week,
Right.
now. Buy him for this game
No, I'm
week.
just saying. No, I'm just saying.
Lallana.
See, the thing about that team is Brighton seem to be playing well. Right?
Teacher,
And he
don't
seems
teach
to be
us
scoring.
nonsense.
No, I'm just saying now, like, because he's not that expensive. Now, they seem to be playing well. And I've watched Lallana in the last couple of games, right? He seems to be playing better. Now, I don't know how far that will go, but against Wolves, he was.
Yeah,
against Wolves, he was
up on that game.
incredible.
But I still
So,
think,
guys, Wolves has a new gaffer, right?
They have this Laportugi or whatever from Spain.
yeah.
And he wasn't in this last game.
No.
It wasn't.
It was after the last game.
What's the best league in the world?
Premiership.
I thought we were Nigerians though.
You got jokes. So let's get back to it. We do have a couple of games now that I want us to finish with because I want to talk about the game week a bit. So let's talk about Southampton, Newcastle. We know Newcastle is hot.
Fire.
How they seem to beat, man.
You know that they're hot. You know they're beating everybody. And then of course Aston Villa, Man U.
So, Aston Villa. Meanwhile, good evening.
Good evening. Came in and did some moves.
But guess what? But he's in his interview before the match, like the pre-interviews, I think the day before and all of that. His English is getting better, but he made sure he did the interview in the afternoon. Right? So he just went like, "Good afternoon."
So back to
You guys don't kill me.
back to the FPL. Bolarex, are you there?
Oscar,
Yeah, I'm
okay,
okay.
the voice.
Yeah, I want to ask you which Newcastle and Man U players do you have, and do you support keeping them or
Yep.
trading them out?
I don't have any money player.
Okay. What about Newcastle?
I don't have any money
I mean,
player.
he
The only
supports
person
Man
I have
City.
The only person you have from Newcastle? This is what we have with him. We are dealing with networks and everything. But he said he doesn't have any Man U players, and he must have seen something that we didn't, because it looked as if Man U seemed to have turned the corner. They seem to be, but that game was.
False starts. I wasn't going to buy Rashford until he has to convince me. He's not been consistent.
Actually,
and I felt so I had to wait. I looked at Rashford and Rodrigo. Rodrigo has actually been more consistent.
You're in for the better one, actually.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Back to Aston Villa. I knew that Man U would not win that game because of Emery. Emery, I thought it was going to be 0-0.
You said so, actually.
But Emery came to just be compact. And we were lucky he scored early.
Early goals, yeah.
And when Emery scores early, he doesn't just lock up and everything. Ronaldo was nowhere. Rashford was nowhere. And again, just went in. Even the goal was on goal.
Hi, Bolarex, can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I don't know what's wrong with the network.
Okay, we're so sorry. So we're asking, what Newcastle assets do you have?
I said I only have Trippier.
Okay, you only have
That's at the
Trippier.
back.
Okay, quick question, yeah?
Yes.
What position are you on Naija FPL right now?
Official Nigerian FPL.
Official Naija FPL right now. It's the only official one I'm in.
I'm on 599.
You're on 599.
590.
Yeah.
So do you think you're far off?
I'm not. I was able to study the gap, and I think it's just due to the population. So it's just maybe few numbers for me to get to stop.
So he's minding the gap.
Mind
the gap.
So Bolarex, Salvy here, Salvy FC. So where do you think you will finish come end of the season on official Nigerian FPL? What will be your position?
Okay. We are 3,000 plus.
Yeah.
So I'll be looking for 100.
For 100, that's fair.
That's fair.
I mean, really, if you do 100, man, that means you're good.
Yeah.
You have to be good.
Me self, I want to do
So,
100.
even our foreigners, some guys from Vietnam, every day.
As a guy, I don't get 100. Go pay
That's
me.
cool. That's decent. Thanks, Bolarex.
Yeah, sorry.
So Bolarex, thank you very much for your time, and I'm hoping, I'm praying for you that you would win more time so that we can have more discussions with you on the show. But thank you, and good luck with getting first to 100 in official Nigeria FPL.
One last thing, yeah.
That's lovely.
Please tell us something about official Nigeria FPL. I'll let the people hear.
Immediately I actually got the call from one of your guys this evening. Like, I have a particular sports group while I was in school then. So I had to like message them that, wow, these guys are really that, like, they really have that time to, and they really keep their records. Because when I saw the stuff, the format at them, I was like, these guys whine me. They want to keep track of everybody that. Seriously, I was like, actually, they want to keep track of everybody we they talk to. So when I had that 97, I was like, okay, let me see if I will be among. So after then, I have not actually updated anything. So I just like look up that if somebody had IS more than I do. So immediately I got that call, I have to like message them on that group that, wow, these guys are doing business. So they even call me to.
Yeah,
so when I saw so I had to go back to that Telegram. Then I saw the picture. Then I have to screenshot it and send it to them that this is what is on the platform, just to spread the
good news.
Nice one.
The gospel.
It's not that easy.
Thank you, Bolarex, for coming on the show. I will hope to see you more times. Guys, wait now. Anyway, these guys can't wait. Let's have a break and be right back. And we are back. You know, guys, they're almost finishing this booth. So let's finish this before it all goes. So please don't forget to like, to share, to comment. You know,
Subscribe.
I want you guys to confront. You people are letting these guys go.
Let's
Secondly,
interact.
I'm very, very disappointed with the turnout or with the game last week. First of all, it showed that, you know, you people aren't paying attention. And secondly, free money. And I didn't see nobody tried to collect Oscar's money. You know? And Salvy's money.
I wanted to.
Which mumu money?
But guess what, yeah? So I'll leave it to Bond to pick a fixture this game week. And the money still stands.
There's a very juicy fixture this game week, and I think we should start with this week. Starts with that fixture. We have Chelsea playing Newcastle.
Nothing juicy about it now. Chelsea is Chelsea now.
There's nothing juicy about
Newcastle
it.
It's juicy. Because let me tell you why it's juicy. Let me tell you why it's juicy.
Newcastle will cast them now.
Yes, well, we expect that. But it's now what will it, you see, would the casting be 3-0? 1-0. Because the truth is, you can never tell with this Chelsea side. They actually have a good side. I just think the manager is not experienced enough to handle them. That's my opinion.
I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you remember one episode we had. I'll let Siki talk now. And I spoke about the fact that I will never be dependent on English gaffers.
Yeah, I think I
You're not shown.
You remember, right?
You're a racist. Anyway, Sticky. Sticky. Actually, not a racist. You're a British.
So game week 15, 4-1. I wasn't surprised, and I wasn't surprised. I told you guys now.
Yeah.
You know, we've been porous.
No, who are we?
Everywhere.
Who are we? Let them
Chelsea.
know. Okay.
We've been porous everywhere. You know, defensively, in our midfield, and like Oscar said, we are not serious. If not, we wouldn't have gone for an Aubameyang. You know,
agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Coming into game week 16, I feel Newcastle will whip us.
But sorry, don't touch on the previous game.
What is it?
Don't touch on the previous game.
No. There's no point. Complete trashing.
Wilson is.
So was that game in Emirates? Yeah, I remember.
And this thing about this game now, that Chelsea is going to play. First of all, Chelsea normally play better away from home. For some reason, they have some hocus pocus at home. But this is where they're going to somewhere.
I feel like there's some kind of
jazz around that place.
I don't know what
they haven't dug out the cow that Abramovich put inside.
But to be fair, because I know you're about to close this, right? But to be fair, right? I doubt not even Man City will be able to survive the number of injuries that Chelsea has.
Trying to be nice.
Let's
but
be nice.
That's just
truly. They have some key players.
You being nice.
Just James. And Kante. Okay.
James
is out, Kante is
No,
out.
I mean,
Koulibaly.
key players.
Koulibaly.
Well, they on the bench last game week now.
No, he's been suffering injuries.
Yeah, but on the bench. Okay, fine.
He's been suffering injuries.
I'm not even going to go into that because I'm
let's
sorry.
not-
I'm
yeah,
sorry. I'm
honestly,
not
'cause,
going
I mean,
anything.
the players. I mean, I've not seen Mount doing anything. Sterling.
Exactly.
Sterling-
And those guys are fit
Sterling
and
is the
clean.
problem. Yeah.
So
I
let's
mean-
even move. See,
No,
the
but
thing,
guess what? Even the sterling is down in the market right now.
Yes.
Do you get what I mean?
Oh my god.
I just got that.
That being said,
I just got that.
that being said,
So the thing is that we're
particular
talking
game-
about Newcastle now, right?
Yeah.
Now Newcastle have had Isak away. They've had Wilson that just came back.
Came back, yeah.
Was
not even fully
St.
fit that day.
Maximum injured.
Still injured.
You know,
Sure.
they had Jojo Shelby injured in the midfield.
So no excuses.
You know,
yeah.
so yeah, people have had excuses. So, and the truth about it is,
Wow, Shelby has not played though.
Yeah.
he's not played at all. They've been playing
Maximin.
long
That-
shots.
Shelby has not played.
See, St. Maximan is
St.
never
Maximum
around.
hasn't played.
That team has potential to
Incredible
top four
potential.
season.
Incredible
I'm for-
potential.
I'm
Yes,
really-
I take
really-
I take something back. That's an
Yeah,
English.
yeah,
That's
you
an
know.
English coach as
Yeah,
well.
and I also
And he's a good English shooter. I've always liked Eddie Howe.
That has been good.
But let's move on to West Ham Leicester. Now, West Ham, they're at home, but they just lost at home. So, shit, it doesn't really mean anything. And Leicester, Leicester just won 2-0 away to Everton that we expected of doing high flying. So, really,
I mean,
we should be expecting something better for Leicester. Now, I mean, for a very long time, you know, Leicester assets people have been afraid because they were chopping it, you know. But at the moment now, I mean, last week I didn't have faith in Ward. I had him on the bench and he kept a clean sheet.
Yeah, me too.
You know, and he's a very cheap keeper.
How did man?
You know?
How did man Justin on my bench?
You saw what they did yesterday. Vardy had 2 goals.
Mhm.
Vardy had 2 goals. I think Madison had.
I keep
can't
forgetting
remember
they
the
still have Vardy,
scoreline.
mad.
Yeah, I can't remember this. I can't remember
Yeah.
the scoreline, but
Well, I think that West Ham Leicester game is be a high scoring game, probably 2-2 or thereabouts.
yeah,
So
I see
Liverpool,
goals, yeah.
Southampton. Now, I expect Liverpool at home to flog Southampton. I expect Firmino to tell the Brazilian team that, you know what,
Fuck you.
fuck you. Yes, but it's Liverpool. You never
let me
know.
ask Oscar, should I bring in Salah?
You know, like
so my
No,
problem.
don't face me. Should I bring in Salah?
No. So I wouldn't advise you to bring in Salah
But
if you do not have him.
Will you keep it? Okay, all right.
Do you understand? Because do you have De Bruyne?
No,
Who do you have? Who's your best midfielder?
Almiron.
Almiron actually. Yeah,
Saka.
No,
Who's the
not
most
Saka.
expensive midfielder?
No, Rashford. Foden.
Foden.
Hasn't been playing.
So good enough. If you ask me this question, I'll say sell Foden for Salah, right?
Okay.
If you have the funds.
I have 2.9 in my.
Yeah,
in my
yes.
bank.
If you have the funds, that's one,
Can
right?
squeeze him
But if
in.
it's De Bruyne, I would say no, right? But again, I have Salah,
Mm.
but I still have a big problem with the way Liverpool plays, and that problem will be with Nunes right now. I think Nunes just distorts everything. He's selfish.
I agree.
He's a striker.
But you got an assist last week.
He's been unlucky. He's been hitting the bar and all of that. And trust me, if Nunes is going to continue playing for Liverpool, if his shirt is sure and his game time is sure, the one player I'll tell you to go for is Nunes, because he's selfish.
So
and he's good for fantasy.
so I've had Firmino for the last 3 game weeks. If I'm not buying Salah, I'll keep him. That means I have one Liverpool asset. I think they're getting their reading back gradually. Otherwise, I'll bring in Salah.
They're playing in Southampton that seem to allow goals.
You
So
just have a manager. Right?
yeah,
even have a man,
so
yeah.
and exactly. But
So,
you know, sometimes
Koboko.
I mean, look at what happened.
Now that time I heard this wrong.
Exactly. See what happened with Aston Villa.
Yeah, but you're at
This
home. That
child
time.
for
You're at home. This is Anfield. Come on.
Yeah. But
Now,
I mean, Liverpool have lost away, so
Bournemouth, Everton. These are two sides that you don't know what to expect.
I feel that's
Actually,
fixture.
it's my watch list.
So, Bon, before you, I know you flipped already, but is Salah a very good captain choice for this game week against Southampton? I'm asking the host.
You're asking me. So personally, I have said it that I'm running away from Salah or Liverpool assets for a bit, but I still have Bobby, and at the moment
Bobby.
he's biting me on my shoe. So I don't know whether to
I
take him
think
and
we all
everything.
do, 'cause I have
However,
him too.
against Southampton, like we said together, shipping in goals, I believe there are going to be goals. I believe they will score. And I believe the way Liverpool score, once they start to get...
Bobby, do this
you know
for
how they
me.
did 9-0 that time? It could
Yeah.
be another thing like that. Like,
Oh wow.
you know, but I don't expect it to
pray
be
you.
that many, but... You know, against the
April.
Southampton,
But even with the question I asked, if Salah is a good captain, he didn't score in the 9-0. But
Yeah, he didn't.
So that's the problem.
No,
You know, that's exactly that's where the issue is. Now, I believe I can see the progression of Salah over the last couple of games. He seems to be getting into the games.
Salah don't turn progressor.
I think. See,
No, he happens. I think he
yeah,
happens.
I think.
So,
I mean,
yeah,
it's
for
it's
now.
like we see it all the time with Kane.
Players struggling to come
they
back.
don't
and-
start. No, they don't start. You know,
But when they come,
for
they
whatever
keep
reason.
going.
But and I think actually in this season is because of like you said, the Nunes and the you know.
That thing is scattered.
The dynamic,
It's scattered, yeah.
it's not balanced yet.
Yeah.
You know, that they haven't been drilled. They don't really
Yeah,
know where every person will be.
Yeah, considering the fact that Salah is a very selfish player, Nunes is also a very selfish player, and you know they've not really gotten that rhythm. I mean, so it's a mix of not getting the rhythm right yet and a bunch of selfish
Now,
players.
somebody they play. Which one be reading?
I mean, it's football, you know, for attackers. especially.
What's their formation?
Liverpool?
4-3-3.
4-3-3.
So are you telling me that a team will have issues with two selfish players in the front three?
Who's
Up
going to
front.
assist the person?
Yeah, I mean, yes,
That's something else.
I think this formation doesn't pace Firmino,
it doesn't.
Bobby, because now there's no
There's no link up.
there's
Like,
no Jota and no what's the name again?
My problem
Yes.
is
So
that
it's not going to play that position on the left sometimes.
Yes.
And Nunes is
if you
playing,
look about his position, is they
centre
play.
forward.
See, when they
So
play,
Bobby is
I
supposed to be
think
behind
they're
both of them.
best. I think Liverpool's best when they play Bobby in front.
Yeah.
Because
Bobby should be the first man.
Exactly.
He's almost like Bobby's not about the scoring of Bobby.
We are
Yeah,
It's
it's
about the
connection.
creation.
Even Salah play
Right.
better with when Bobby
Exactly.
first
Up
line.
front, giving that 1-2s.
He
you know,
attracts
the way he does.
defenders.
Exactly.
All these touches
Similar
here
to
and
what
there.
Jesus does.
So
for
I've
Arsenal.
never. Sorry. I'm just gonna add this here. I've never praised Bobby because I think a striker's job is to score, right?
Bobby's not a
And he
striker.
almost, he's that's what he is.
Very nice.
And
Bobby's
he
99.
almost wanted to deceive the Brazilian national team, right? Because of the World Cup, he now started scoring. But thank God that.
I beg those ones look at that. How did they carry Richarlison? Richarlison has not scored since when?
Do you understand?
Yeah,
I beg, let's do story from
I mean,
Mata.
yeah, I mean,
I don't even
Even
understand.
George, like,
They
you
put
know, I
Richarlison.
mean,
They go and they do like this.
I
So on the
feel-
bench last
I
season.
feel Bobby's
See, I think
a better
I'm going to say
player
this to
10
the
times than
Brazilian.
Richarlison.
Hey,
No
look at me.
cap.
The
Look at me.
CF.
I'm wearing a Brazil jersey.
Brazilian
Like,
national team, eh?
I
Let me
don't.
tell you.
I was surprised not saying Firmino.
Let me tell you what I
You're
feel
more
that
Joe
they did.
Martinelli.
I think they used.
understand?
Wait, I think what they did was they looked at, you know, that stats on the current prices of
Yes.
this thing, and they used it to price a player because on FPL they don't look at the
And
current
this is
prices.
choose your team.
God,
And use it to
there
choose
were
their
10
team.
Premiership players in that team. There are 10 Premiership players in that team.
Like,
Yeah.
So it's possible.
I mean,
Yeah.
and then and some of the people that you're looking at, you're thinking, like, how is it that you bring Richarlison that has not played anything? But he's expensive on FPL, so oh yeah, why not? You know, and leave Bobby, and it's okay.
Even
Bobby's
bro,
not that-
one young guy that plays in I don't know this
I
Brazilian
don't
clubs.
understand it.
Bremer.
Bremer, yeah,
That's
as,
his name, yeah.
as one of their forwards.
No, they're trying to
Ahead of-
manage. Because
ahead of Firmino.
they're playing fantasy, so they're trying to manage their costs. So they brought in Martinez.
4.5. No.
Okay, let's get back to it because we have a couple of games that we need to go through. So I mean, Man City, Brentford. I'll use this opportunity to talk about captain choices or
Alright.
some captain choices because for a very long time I've been using Haaland, and well, I mean most people. But
I'm going to gamble.
yes, but except one of our winners this week that came. I mean, and one of the reasons why he came
He came.
second. Let me say he came. The reason why he came second.
Well, he came
was be-
second. It was second to come. Which one?
Both was because he chose Salah.
Okay.
You know, so now it's very important who we choose as captains. Now, Man City, Brentford. Do you envision Haaland playing? Is he going to play 90 minutes? Is he going to score? And if he doesn't play 90 minutes, is anybody else in that fixture or in that team that could
But
take
of course,
No, nobody's an authority when it comes to Pep.
Yeah.
To be very honest, right? If you understand
Even his
FPL very
assistant
well,
coach.
if you understand FPL very well, Pep dislikes fantasy football. I think so. I personally think so.
I think he's against it.
I think he's against it, right?
Yeah.
Naturally, Haaland should start because he's not going to the World Cup.
Yeah.
So he should start. But Pep,
Being Pep.
might want to give Alvarez a chance.
Oskie, with the way Man City ended last week game, I don't see a reason why Haaland is not going to start.
In fact, the last 2 games, right? They've struggled for goals, actually.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I mean,
And they play better with Haaland in the team.
you know, the old team is now built around Haaland, and it is obvious. And I don't think Pep wants to gamble, ruin, or
Especially considering there's a better team in the league.
I mean, and like you said, Haaland is not going to the World
So you
Cup.
notice that nobody does, because I mean, let's just move on. But I like what you said about it seems, because I mean, Sterling is in there anyway, Jesus is in there anyway. The way they play,
Haaland
has changed. So they seem to have an.
It's more direct.
Haaland.
It's more direct now. So.
Now what's happening when Haaland hasn't played in the last couple of games, they are not as fluid. They're not scoring as many goals as they have been popping. So it's obvious that.
Because may I add, even the way Haaland plays, I mean, you can see it in his game. There's this authority it brings to knowing that, okay, guys, I'm here. I will score.
That's what androids do when they're playing with humans.
Do you understand? Like, I will score. I mean, he literally scored 2 goals in less than 45 minutes, and I've seen him do that in first halves, scoring a hat-trick. So I don't think...
He starts.
But there's no technique in his penalties, though. I know they're forcing penalties on him. It's just power, yeah.
It's just power.
Yeah,
but
and he's working.
See, the people with technique, they catch him. Man, I like that kind of this thing. Reminds me of Rashidi Yakini.
I'm just waiting.
Anyway, so let's go back. Bournemouth Everton. Oh, I think I've spoken about, but no, we haven't. Yeah. But Bournemouth Everton, we haven't. But it's nothing to speak about in Bournemouth Everton.
Not really. I mean, like, I was going to say that game might be a replica of
Let me ask a question.
Bournemouth.
We'll predict that game. What do you think the scores will be for that
3-2.
game? For who?
Bournemouth.
To be Bournemouth to beat Everton at home. Interesting.
It could go the other way, but I see it.
So that means it's not a bad idea to have, because if Bournemouth is going to go score 3,
Calvert-Lewin, Demara Gray, Iwobi.
I'm not even Everton forward assets. Yes, I'm not even sure about them.
I mean, yeah.
Nottingham Forest, Crystal Palace. I mean, I know somebody here. I'm not going to point him. I know somebody here that had Zaha.
I mean, I also had Zaha, and it hurts me that I took him out and I took him -4.
It was on this same podcast. I was advised first game week.
Yeah,
and the penultimate game week that
to take out Zaha.
Zaha's not consistent. Zaha, this and that.
But he's not consistent. He didn't lie.
That's the truth.
But it's not been bad this season.
But we are just pointing out that some people had Zaha.
I saw Zaha 15 points.
Why I love this podcast, because we have a group with ourselves, right? It's called the Yard Boys. I mean, because we live in the yard. You know what I mean?
No, if I don't live for yard.
And why I love it is Salvy is top of the Yard Boys.
Since day one.
Yeah. Closely followed by Sule FC. Not exactly closely, but followed by Sule FC. Right? But why I like the Yard Boys, there's a lot of respect. So you will see somebody who's topping the Yard Boys getting advice from somebody who's number 8 or number 9 or number 10 on the Yard Boys, I'm just saying because I'm just saying.
No, but it's official on the FPL. So all tips
matter.
All tips matter.
Okay. All tips
we should do a t-shirt for that shit. Yeah,
that's what she said.
Naija, all tips matter.
I'm on it.
Let us know if you want to buy it, and we will make your pre-orders.
Merchandise loading,
boy, please.
Merchandise loading.
StickdatboiFC, that's on you though.
Yeah.
So yes, Spurs leads.
Kane, captain. So I'm tempted to captain Kane because I see Kane wants to give us something, a pre-World Cup gift.
Kane.
I'm highly tempted to captain Kane. Hat-trick loading for
Sorry,
Kane.
what was the fixtures again?
So it's the English
Spurs leads.
Is the English list
Wow.
out?
Not yet.
No, it's not yet out.
But I don't think he's in this position.
Now, I mean, maybe the list is going to come out after he gets injured in this game.
After scoring 3 goals.
We have said before that he's British, British, I mean anti-Brit,
no.
whatever that is.
Brit,
Yeah, so
I'm Brexit. I'm Brexit.
Wolves are strong. I mean,
are we done with that fixture?
well, no, Spurs leads. No one's saying anything.
I mean, Kulusevski is back. Nobody's saying anything about that.
Oh yeah, Kulu is back.
Produced
Straight away.
You know, I mean,
No, but they need Kulu.
I've missed Kulu. I've
he's back on
loved
my
him.
team.
They need Kulu.
Like he's back on my team. Like,
Chap.
he was on my
Who
team
did you
before he
take
left.
out?
I can't remember, but he's back. I think
Guy was
Rashford.
Oh, yeah.
back out.
That's a good one to take.
Yeah.
Rashid is a
I mean,
ticket.
Actually,
Idea.
amazing. If I had known,
Should I even take my nose for because of this?
I would have done.
I can take
I would
a
have
minus
done
4 for that.
Zaha
Against
for
Leeds, no, I'll take a
Kulusevski.
minus 4.
Yeah, so I think Kulusevski is
nobody asking.
has been a
Like
boost, and
No one
I'm
asking.
looking at Kane too, but I have Kulusevski
Man, top tip of this game week.
back.
Rashford
Yeah.
out, Kulusevski in.
Straight up.
Top tip.
Every day.
Yeah.
Top tip. Let's see if the
Stick
tip
that
has
boy.
shoulder.
Yeah.
Let's see if the tip has shoulder. It will go all the way in.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Brimo, that's
Brimo,
yeah.
So yes, we have Brighton, Aston Villa. Shout out Brighton. You know, I'm waiting for my own. You know. stuff. So yeah, Brighton, Aston Villa.
Good evening.
Good evening. And then Brighton is hot. Like
so what time of the day is that match?
it's in the afternoon, so there's no good evening.
Also, let's but that the
That's
game
a good
against
one. That's a tough game. I think Brighton are a very tough side, and they're always
Trossard will
yeah.
sink them.
Yeah, Trossard would do justice to.
Man, like
Points.
Trossard. See, that's the thing. That guy has
He's
a
quite
man.
consistent.
He has some crazy
So
skill.
the two managers are basically new, so I think we can't tell what will happen.
No,
Emery is a funny guy. Yeah. So I'm still studying the Bournemouth new manager and looking at Emery, what he wants to play. When he was at home, he played expansive. So he's going to win now. What will he do? Will he lock up? Will he kind of frustrate Bournemouth?
Brighton.
Brighton rather. So we don't know how we play. So that kind of game, I just avoid our players. I have
I kind of agree with
I have a Brighton keeper.
No,
I may
can't.
keep him, but the rest. If I have Trossard, why not? But I won't bring Trossard this game week.
Well, I already have
do you
Trossard.
figure?
Fair
Do you figure something? Aston Villa goalkeeper
Martinez.
Emery speak.
Martinez knockouts.
No, you don't get. It was Emery that gave him his chance in Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, truly.
You'll be all right.
But this season he has casted.
I mean,
He helps in that. He helps in that free kick. So
considering
I mean,
that,
he can be a free kick.
Aston Villa's defense have been porous, to be quite honest. And
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Well, okay, let's not play with the
Man
keeper.
U.
But let's see.
There are two more games for this game week that I want us to talk about. One has more topics or more talking interest than the other. Wolves and Arsenal, first of all. Wolves, like I said, they have a new manager. We're not sure where it's going from and everything, and they don't score, and they're at home. And then we have Arsenal that seem to be flying.
Is Costa back?
It's straight red.
He's
Three games.
He's gone to
Gone
after
to-
World
Costa
Cup.
being Costa.
So
Gone to
yeah,
November.
Gone
Costa,
back
see,
to
is
Costa.
Costa costing his team.
Costa costing his team.
So I mean, we know the usual suspect in Arsenal, the Martinelli's, Saka. I mean, I believe Saka is the person to watch in this game week.
You know, Arsenal is so interesting.
Because I want to say that before, because for a very long time, I mean, I think he's been playing well but going under the radar, right? Consistently, game after week, game after week. He's had assists, even this.
Who is this?
Saka.
Who is this? Okay.
So I actually think he's a player to watch this game week. Of course, the World Cup, you're not sure how players would turn up and blah, blah, blah. But they're playing Wolves. He's an Arsenal flying. Saka is the best player, the best attacking player for Arsenal at the moment, in my opinion. And Yeah, and I expect some magic from him. That's my own personal opinion on that game.
I mean, you can't doubt Saka. The numbers say that you can't doubt Saka, to be very honest. I don't even know how we'll discuss it because you can't doubt Saka.
English player of the year.
But I think what I would rather discuss, like, I think there's a lot of disrespect on the guy called Gabriel. The defender called Gabriel. Highest scoring defender from last season till this season. Right? And in a game where Arsenal won 1-0 and he was a goal scorer and kept a clean sheet, Saliba was man of the match. I mean, there's some things that are totally unfair.
But Saliba
right?
had a better game.
And I think, I mean, he scored and kept a clean sheet.
Yeah, but
Saliba too kept a clean sheet.
So what do you mean?
But he scored. He literally scored. He won the game. He was the reason we had 3 points.
Well, that ball might have entered that way.
I'm just saying, like, Gabriel is not being. I know what he's so important to the Arsenal team. He's more important than Saliba is to the Arsenal team. I'm sorry to say, and I'll tell you why. He does not have a sub.
Because does
Saliba have a sub?
Yeah, there are other right-footed central defenders in Arsenal. Right, there's White, there's Holding, there's White, there's Holding.
And you need him.
So I feel like, I mean, on that.
I want us to talk about the last game. Let's not talk about Arsenal this thing because it's obvious that we have some Arsenal fans here. So let's not. Let's talk to final game, right? For this
one, we need another show.
It's coming. So
because I have a lot to hear, man. As in, I just want to let it out. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Sponsors, come and sponsor a show. He has a lot to say. With final game week, a final game of this game week, and I left this. It's the final game, literally, of this game week, and it's a game.
Does it have anything to do with Manchester United?
It does have a lot to do with Manchester United, and I'm playing Fulham away from home.
Wow.
Now that's a Fulham that scored against Man City, right? As a Fulham, that I think they beat Chelsea. Oh no, it was Liverpool. Who did Fulham beat? That was surprised. Oh yeah, they had a draw with these guys and earlier on the season. That's a Fulham that played much better than anyone expected.
I agree. We Mitchell be back.
That's what I was gonna ask.
If you are one of the betting platforms, right? What kind of bets will you have for that game?
A both teams score.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I would say.
The thing about Man U, you were talking about Ten Hag. He was talking about Ten Hag outside the break, and he said you don't think he's all that, or he's.
I think he's all that, but I don't think he's done all that, right? Because the Premier League will humble you first.
For sure.
He actually humbled Pep first.
The thing about it is, I'm looking at I've seen the kind of improvement they've played. I can see the kind of game that Man U want to play, right? However,
can you explain this?
What the game that they want to play? I think they want to have a deep line playmaker. I think
want to press. Yeah, want to press.
I think they want to press, and they want to press in the mid block. So it's not a full press like they allow you to get to a certain place and then it kind of like an ambush. Yeah, an ambush press.
The way they played Arsenal.
Exactly. Yeah. And so, I mean, it won't always work with, certain teams, especially if the team is... especially if the team... See, people have been cheeky.
You guys got that one, right? Because when we start...
But however, no, it works against Arsenal and it's worked against other teams where, they kind of draw you in and then move out with speed. Yeah. With Anthony... Marshall, Rashford coming in from.
Sorry, producer. Am I allowed? I want to say something. I don't know. Am I allowed to say it on the show?
I know what you're going to say before.
No. So maybe I want to say it, and if it doesn't work, let me know it doesn't work. Do you get? I still think Ten Hag has a Ronaldo issue. I think when that problem happened, a lot of brands must have spoken. He was still pressured that Ronaldo must play because Ronaldo playing in Man U is based on a lot of brands. And I think they've almost told him that Ronaldo has to start starting, and I think there's a lot of politics happening in the Man U startup, right? A lot of, and he has a ban now.
Well, captain last game.
Wow.
Okay, I disagree.
I didn't even.
I
So
disagree.
and I think like that level
Maguire
of
is
politics actually insults the game in itself.
No,
Because
I see it.
I'm not. It's the truth.
yeah.
Why?
I think so. I said it in the group chat that Ten Hag, I think he's a good man manager. So anytime Ronaldo is not playing, the pre-game interview and post-game interview is about who? It's about Ronaldo. So what has he done? Okay, I punished you. I brought you back. Now, no more question about the Ronaldo. It's not about Man U. And again, look at it like, do you know what? I have Marshall out. Anthony's out.
Yep.
Wigan was out. Bruno didn't play the last game.
Bruno is out.
So I
He
have
needs
injuries. So I need to
Ronaldo.
play. I need players
And
now.
who's going to play?
Yeah, is there any 500,000 quid per week?
I'm just saying,
You got to play, bro.
It's clear. No, I don't know if Man U's paying all that money. Yeah,
So-
because I know that brands are involved.
Yeah, but
They're still
Right.
paying
So-
him.
But I'm just saying, like, it's
Oskie.
obvious that they're not a better team with him. That's all I was saying.
Well, I'm not- see,
I don't feel that way.
This
I mean-
see, we can go on and on about this Ronaldo issue. Fight. We can have a
Oscar
whole
wants to
show.
discuss football.
I swear, we can have this whole show about
football.
and I think, in fact, we would bend to that pressure and create a show. Yeah, and all about, so we can just talk about random things.
Yeah.
All about football. But
You guys
based
should
on
encourage us, like us.
FPL,
No hoes.
So yes,
Right.
please,
Follow.
and don't forget, this is, share, like, comment, argue with us, disagree with us, tell Salvy that he's talking shit. I know I'm always saying right
Prove it
stuff.
to me.
But yes, and please, please don't forget, Chelsea playing Newcastle this season, this game week.
Oh my
And we
God.
have 10,000 naira.
Why
10,000
Why the
naira.
Chelsea
Right?
game? Why the Chelsea
Well,
game?
I don't know who's. I mean,
What's
I'm
up?
not pretending.
Who should you give the money to? Chelsea winning?
So I'll do my own. I'll tell you what I think that game will end. But the 10,000 naira is on. Maybe we'll be the
I
first.
can, I can even. So, but hey, I'm not even thinking about it. In fact, yes, we can add it. Go and comment on the thing.
So I think it's going to be. I think it's going to end 0-3.
To Newcastle.
0-3. That's to Chelsea.
Who's at home?
Who's at home?
Of who's Newcastle now?
Newcastle's at home. So 0-3.
Newcastle's at home.
Yes. Sir.
So I think it's going to be 3-0.
So there will no mistake.
Please, can I go home now?
Yeah.
Okay, so
But take it
before we
away.
go,
Can I
before
go
we go,
now?
I want the final word. I want the final word from everybody. Whether it be captain choices, differentials, or predictions. I'll start with Sticky.
My captain choice is always Haaland, and I think he's going to score a hat trick.
That's your final work.
Yep.
I'm leaning to Kane. I don't know, but for now I'm still on Haaland. But probably Saturday morning I'm gonna go to Kane. Kane will score a hat trick.
Well, I think Amiron's going to score against freaking Chelsea. Not a hat trick. Fuck the hat
He's always
trick.
one. He likes one round.
But it'll be a nice goal.
Likes one round.
Okay, so my captain will be.
That's not my captain, no, by the way. I'm just letting you know. I mean, that's my last final word.
That's the
Just-
So my
the two.
captain will be Haaland. They say once beaten, twice shy.
Shit.
Okay, I'm born again.
So my so my captain will be
He has
Haaland.
accepted Jesus.
But if I had Kane, he will be my captain.
Nice.
Okay. So that'll be it for this week. We hope to see you next week. And then I hope at that time, we were talking to...
In December. Hope to see you in December.
Actually, I just realized this is the final game
Yeah.
till the World Cup.
Okay, so for the fun of it, Bond, I plead and I beg.
We'll do something
I can't be bored. Yeah.
We'll do a World Cup series.
Can we even do a Can we do the World Cup
World Cup
series?
So guys, we'll do a World Cup series for you guys.
All right.
But if you want it,
you've heard it here first.
social media.
Now we can talk football.
You heard it. You heard it here first. We're going to do a World Cup series. We're not sure how we're doing it now because these guys are just putting us on the spot.
I mean, like, so.
But
It's still going to be official Naija FPL, but we'll talk World Cup.
so thank you. Don't forget to like us, subscribe us, share us with your girlfriend, wives, side chicks,
concubines.
all those things. He said concubine. No deal. Anyway, just share the love, spread the love. We are official Nigeria FPL. We'll see you after the World Cup.
Let's out.